This is quite something to me that there's not more of an uproar about this. That this guy, outside of his capacity in government, outside of his role as fire chief, published a book because he wrote about his Christian beliefs. They told him he wasn't qualified to work for the government anymore to protect his community. That's insane.
Yeah, it's completely insane. I've had the privilege of hearing him speak a couple times, got the chance to meet him. Great guy, this award-winning firefighter. He dedicated his life to public service, always dreamed of being a firefighter, worked his way all the way up to fire chief, first at Shreveport, then in Atlanta. And part of the thing that kept him going and motivated him to be the best public employee he could be, the best firefighter he could be, the best leader he could be, was his Christian faith. And so in his personal time, in his private time, he wrote a book to help men, to encourage fellow male Christians about, hey, here's how you should. And yeah, there was one paragraph of one page that mentioned the biblical attitude about homosexuality. It wasn't him opining. It wasn't him criticizing anyone. It was just like, well, yeah, the scripture says they oppose this type of behavior. That should have been innocuous. If you had a public employee writing about the Jewish faith, the Muslim faith, or even some atheistic morality that popped up last Thursday, the government needs to stay out of it. He was not doing this on work time. He was sharing his personal views, and he's sharing a view as well that's shared most likely by the great number of people living in Atlanta. I think it's also telling, too, that the press didn't want to touch this when it was going on because he's an African American. He's a wildly successful African-American leader in his community, and they punished him for his faith. I'm sure a lot of people in Atlanta are very happy to see this turn of events, that the city of Atlanta is paying for their crime.
Right, $1.2 million. I only hope that that's enough for all the pain that they've caused him and the violation of his fundamental, inherent, and constitutionally protected right to practice his religion. This is what scares me about the left, though. We talk about the war on Christianity often on this show. Liberals, as you know, claim that there is no such thing as the war on Christianity. That's something that we on the right have invented. This is evidence. We did not invent this. The left actually wants to say, if you openly practice and openly speak about your religion outside of the confines of your home or out of the perimeter of the church parking lot, then you are not qualified to be part of our government. That only if you are actively anti-religion can you take part in our government. That's the part that terrifies me.
Right, and as Chief Cochran was coming up through the ranks, he talks about all these times that he was opposed. He grew up in the Deep South. He worked at fire departments in the South. He was treated like garbage early on in his career because of the skin color. And then he gets to the big city. He gets the huge job. He's doing an excellent job. Like I said, just award-winning, this heralded guy, great with the community. And instead of attacking him for his skin color, now they're attacking him for his religion. It's just absolutely sickening.